I don't care for them. Horrible. Nasty. Insufferable. They fill me with rage. Perverted. I am attracted. Humans are obsessed with shapes. When we're babes, we're taught about the importance of shapes. As kids, we're brought up on characters with iconic silhouettes, like Mickey Mouse, ha! Or two Batmans kissing. When someone learns to draw, they start with the basic shapes and they elaborate from there. When you start learning guitar, shapes are everywhere. The notes have shapes. The chords have shapes, and the guitars have shapes. Even people who don't play guitar know famous guitar models by their shape. A Stratocaster is so distinctly tied to the ethos of electric guitar, a judge denied Fender the trademark because it's so well known it's considered generic. These shapes represent something emotional to the player and also to the audience. My first big concert was Metallica. With seats near the top of the arena, I could really only make out silhouettes of the band. But what did stick out was the shape of James Hetfield's guitar, a shape that would forever steer my guitar choices. And people hear with their eyes, and I was hearing my life change. So many of us choose our guitars from the heart. Words like ergonomic, practical, light, portable. Is that something we really care about? Fast forward to today, and I'm starting to see a new shape become more popular, and I'm really curious about it. There are some majorly split opinions on it. It's a divisive guitar because it's born from pure logic. The shape makes sense, but does it make too much sense? Let's talk about headless guitars. So here's the thing. If you're new to guitar, you'll learn fast that the shape of your electric guitar has very little effect on the sound of it. Here's my unscientific, highly biased theory. Guitar design is part aesthetic choices and part ergonomic choices. You do have to be able to play the thing. And of course, some guitars stray farther into the cool guy zone. Since everybody knows the Strat, let's call it the benchmark. We'll put it right in the middle. But let's scooch it up into the cool guy zone. They're highly functional, they're ergonomic, they're customizable. Now the Strat exists because the Telly was just a little bit uncomfortable to some. It's still very cool, but it slides towards aesthetic. And you know now that I love Explorers, but I'm adult enough to admit that its design choices are purely aesthetic, but they're very, very cool. Disagree with me. In the 80s, we got Super Strats. And while I love Super Strats, their design definitely skews more towards ergonomics. Then you have headless guitars. They are the opposite of aesthetic. Every choice is for optimal ergonomics. And after pulling Instagram and Threads, this small sample size feels they are very uncool. Now the problem is, now that we're almost 100 years into electric guitar history, these iconic shapes are permeated within guitar culture. Many have tried to come up with a new shape, and many have failed. Change is really hard, and the people that fear that change, gosh, their mortal enemy has arrived. A new breed of guitar player who don't have the same attachment to an era of bygone rock stars. Yeah, I'm talking about young people. Introducing the Hills next, with an electric blue satin finish and contoured mahogany body, stainless steel frets on a compound radius fretboard, and a roasted maple neck. Custom voiced humbuckers with a push-pull pot for coil split, weighing in at barely 5 pounds, and includes a deluxe padded gig bag. Run to the hills. There's kind of a perfect storm right now that's shining a lot of light on these types of guitars. Along with young people with less preconceived notions of what makes a guitar cool, you also have an aging guitarist population who are after something more comfortable for their dusty old bones.
Dusty old bones full of green dust.
Green dust?
And then you have people like me who just seek out new things to try because it sparks their creativity. Now, when doing my research on Headless Guitars, I saw so many people saying these guitars play easier. And I was kind of ready to call BS on that, because when you look at it, just because it's a smaller body doesn't mean the neck or the way the strings feel would play any differently, but it's kind of true from a certain point of view. This crazy shape that kind of looks like a spaceship is designed to be able to play in any position. It makes it effortless to move the guitar into those good habit positions, and plus it's like 4 pounds. It's really funny, these guitars are so light, you kind of have to get used to it being a little squirrely on your body. It doesn't like hold itself down because it's so light, but that lightness allows you to really maximize sitting up straight while you play. So if you have like back problems while you play guitar, this type of guitar is really good for that. Obviously, because of the length, it does make a great travel guitar, and it kind of makes me wonder if we're seeing the popularity of these grow because touring budgets are smaller, and it's way easier to bring this on a plane with a little travel rig. One of the things I didn't consider at all was the way it tunes. A huge advantage I've found was the tuning stability on this is crazy. Because it essentially has a locking nut at the top and no string winding anywhere, it's rock solid. Although one funny negative to this was I had to kick the habit of when I noticed it was out of tune, reaching for the headstock and going, oh! Now after all of that, we asked the question, are headless guitars cool? I always say that the gear I love the most is the gear that tricks me into playing more, and it's just crazy how comfortable it is to play this guitar sitting down in any position. It's really funny how our priorities can change. Past self would find playing a guitar built for ergonomics pretty uncool. It's just so utilitarian, and it's built to help me maximize playability for chops I don't think I'll ever have. Then something happened. I started going back to the gym. I've started getting really serious about my health, and one of the reasons why I always avoided lifting weights was that my wrists would really bother me. And this guitar 100% solved that. I can position this guitar in a way that alleviates any pain, and that's money. It's helping me play guitar more. And that's the literal theme of this channel, creative tools and guitars. And this guitar is helping me create and stay creating by giving me a shape of guitar I can comfortably play in any situation. And playing a headless guitar seems to rile up the haters, and that's pretty fun. Being closed off to new and different things is the death of creativity. Headless guitars are cool. Deal with it.
Hold me now, I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet ain't so far.